Greetings everyone. With the release of update 29.10 on PC, that being Corpus Proxima and the new Railjack, we have the follow-up hotfixes. Today's video is just hotfix 29.10.1. Let's get into it. For the changes, there's one, and that's that they swapped the tap and hold mention in Zephyr's Tornado's ability description. As for the Railjack changes and fixes, DE added a new profile then Railjack option that now holds the board Railjack intrinsics and plexus menus. They added the spawn and despawn sounds to the on-call crew, added clarifying information to the scouring warheads and waveband disruptor mods to indicate their respective equipable weapons. They added clarifying information to the command intrinsic rank 8 that Kuvalich crew members are defenders only, at least for now. DE are reading the feedback. They also replaced the tactical map issue order button for crewmates with a visual button to promote visibility and quicker accessibility. They tweaked Cephalon Suitor's crew member animation effect and emissives to reflect their style. They removed the newly retired die rack from Sentient and Orokin containers, as well as replaced it with Endo. They have noted that they will be looking to run a script to swap said resources for those that got some. And they also improved objective marking for Corpus capital ships to not show 24/7. As for the Railjack fixes, DE fixed the functionality loss when Arcwing slingshotting through a wormhole on Pluto, a crash that could occur in the crew screen, a crash when attempting to return to a Railjack mission with crew members after the game disconnected, a crash related to applying upgrades while in a Railjack mission, missing enemy spawns when traversing to a Veil Proxima node after completing a Corpus Proxima mission, host migrations breaking Corpus capital ship objectives, the leftmost crew members appearance button not functioning at its best, the Kuvalich crew members having misaligned Kuvabrahma arrows, which also fixes for the non-crew Kuvaliches. They fixed wonky tactical map Kuvalich role icons, incorrect controller button callouts for crew role selection in the tactical map, the derelict freight linker timer and objectives displaying 4 squad mates that are outside of the freight linker, the necromech triggering defense alarm sounds every time they come into proximity of the defense objective, some Corpus Railjack enemies not attacking the defense target. They fixed Corpus cannon batteries on ice mines unable to fire throughout their whole range of motion, Arcwing slingshotting towards a Corpus cruise ship, resulting in either entering the cruise ship with your Arcwing equip or going directly through the ship. Crew members not spawning with a default weapon when used in regular missions via the crew on-call gear item. They fixed the critical breach muffled sound overlay persisting permanently for the duration of the mission if the repair is done while you're outside of the Railjack. Female crew members using male portrait icons when previewing crew members in the dry dock screen. A script error when selecting the auto install into the plexus with no primary weapon equipped, a script error occurring if you happen to hover over the crew skills button in the training screen at the same moment you backed out, a script error that could occur if you were dismounting a turret at the exact moment you entered a loading tunnel, when customizing Railjack crew suit colors, when aborting or failing a Railjack mission, when entering a loading tunnel and leaving certain types of Corpus hazards behind, and lastly they fixed a script error when using an on-call crew member at the same moment you died. As for the game's overall fixes, DE fixed missing combat music during the Lephantis boss fight, which also fixes missing attack vocals plus several improvements to the audio during that fight. An inability to complete a junction due to a persisting black screen upon load-in. They fixed a Rising Tide progression stopper where the quest failed due to the new autocomplete Rising Tide quest when a Railjack is received. A crash during the Chains of Harrow quest. A crash that could occur if you used a real dual core with no hardware threads and DirectX 12, that could occur when imbuing Lavos with magnetic when he was already imbued with magnetic, enemies in mastery tests spawning with random unintended levels, idling Kondrox in Cetus having see-through wings, script errors that could occur if you angered a Kuvalich that had fear of space travel, a script error in the Orb Valis that could occur if a radiation status affected player stood next to a container to capture it, a script error when starting up a Kuvalich controlled mission with a squad, a harmless script error if the gates to Cetus closed at the exact same time as a Terrorless did a smash attack, an error that could occur in the Heart of Deimos quest, an error occurring when the Helmeth talks to you when casting Zephyr's Tornadoes, and lastly when casting Equinox's Mend and Maim. That was hotfix 29.10.1 on PC, and we'll go over the other hotfixes as we go throughout the week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.